Hello, everyone. We're back. This is our final episode for this chapter of Detroit by Moonlight and the second to last stream for the Trans Empowerment Project fundraiser. So, throughout this stream, you can donate to the Delta 5. The link is in the chat. If you're listening to this on Monday, sorry, it's too late. The fundraiser will be over by then. But we absolutely love all of you who have donated, shared the link, all of you who have been here to help with all of these streams. It is greatly appreciated. We have smashed through multiple goals, raising, gosh, I should know this, $3,277 since the 15th of May, which is fantastic because TEP is in desperate need of funding so that they can continue doing the wonderful things that they do. And yeah, so please, if you can donate, it would be greatly appreciated. Help us to reach our last goal of $4,000 before the end of the month. And with that, I'm actually going to pass it off to Hippie, who has some things to talk about as well.
Thank you. Well, in sort of my cat touching the fan news, Dog, a player who's been in Detroit by Moonlight, also goes by the name Aurelia, has been nominated for a Crit Award for innovation in TTRPG space, specifically for the accessibility homebrew items, to better facilitate everyone being able to enjoy such a wonderful thing. And they are being nominated for an award, and I believe we have a link in the
Yep, the link is in the chat, and it will be, if you're watching this later, it will be in the description.
So please go out there and give Dog/Aurelia some love and show that we should get more accessibility items in TTRPGs.
Also, the fact that July is Disability Pride Month is all the more reason to go and vote for Badger, because I think that's a fantastic way to gift them a very wonderful, happy Pride. So anybody else have anything that they want to plug while we're here and before we do our recap? All right, excellent. Elliot, do you want to give us a recap since you did it so wonderfully in the pre-stream?
Oh boy, yeah, my very detailed recap. So last time on Detroit by Moonlight, we had a discussion between, at the time it was Amira, William, Lorcan, and Fa Ning discussing Amira's sort of, not a dream, but like experience going into part of.
Oh, it was a near-death experience.
Yeah,
sure.
I was like,
she was
unconscious but conscious,
No, she was dead.
Oh, she was dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Out of body experience, where we found out that John, who is dead, clarification there, is stuck in sort of an in-between, not quite where us Garu want to be when we die, and obviously not alive. So it's kind of a, but that was unfortunately put on the back burner as we found out that the local group of vampires wanted to meet us at a nearby abandoned warehouse to discuss things. We all went to go talk to them. We did some minor property damage. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And we did discuss with the vampires that they wanted our help and sort of temporary alliance to get at Evil Core Pentex, to get at Pentex. Specifically, they will be carrying out sort of attack operations on some Pentex areas while we also attack a Pentex building. It was a bit fraught, particularly because of news from Milwaukee that the Geru there have basically all been taken out by vampires, and we are pretty concerned that the vampires are trying to set us up for something like that. But we didn't have a choice because we also want Pentex dead a little bit more than we're concerned about the vampires. So we spent the rest of last session gearing up. We got a laser gun that is far more powerful than it probably has any right to be, but it's fine. We only destroyed like 4 trains with it. And Fa Ning has a flamethrower. And that's That's what we did. I don't think I missed anything.
Not just a flamethrower, because it doesn't shoot the flames. You can set people on fire when you punch them,
Right. Yes.
which is somehow cooler.
It is cooler, right? Be able to punch someone and set them on fire. It's very Avatar: Last Airbender, which is goals. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Funning is just like less angry Zuko now.
Depends what season of Zuko, I think.
Yeah.
Because like Zuko gets better. Anyway.
It always comes back to Avatar. I mean, I don't think that I've had a single game that doesn't eventually circle back to that. So, yeah.
It's such a good show.
It
Take
really
a bite out
is.
of the silver sandwich.
And Woody, since you are back, you want to tell us where Riffraff's been?
Going through
Also,
it.
welcome back, by the way.
Hi, I'm very happy to be back. Probably just hiding out, kind of jumping between couches and trying to stay like one step ahead of Bambi, like completely tackling him. Being like, he had like the confidence boost of like, oh, like we took down some Pentax guys, and then was like immediately hit with like I'm a failure and everything sucks. So he was like, I'm bailing. I'm gonna go hide again. So he's probably just kind of been hiding around, trying to like avoid human contact until Bambi has finally tracked him down and like held his head under the water and is like, "You need to come back."
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you want to describe what it's like when Bambi finally brings you in, and then I will tell you kind of what the scene is like at the Sept.
Probably like literally like thrown over her shoulder. And he's just like limp at this point, like fuck it. Like I'm not gonna get out of this.
Yeah, that's valid. So as Bambi has you just like a sack of potatoes over her shoulder, you notice that once you're inside of the Packard plant, Riffraff, it looks different. It now looks like essentially a field hospital for some kind of military operation. You see that there are sandbags set up near the doors in order to protect, should they need to make a tactical retreat. You see that there are cots set up. There are people who are fully prepared to deal with the very likely chance that there will be injured who need to be tended to. Even though you're Garu and you do heal quickly, that's only in your supernatural forms. And in order to get back here, it might be a little tricky to be in some of those forms. Just, meandering through Detroit. Yeah, it looks wildly different than you have probably ever seen it, Riff.
Mm-hmm. He's probably kind of looking around like, oh.
You're gone for 2 days and we become PNC.
It's been more than 2 days. It's been like a couple weeks for sure.
He kind of like stops like squirming and trying to get out of Bambi's grip, and he's basically just like, put me down. Like, what the hell's going on?
And I think at this point, Funning and William for sure would be, I would imagine, kind of central to all of this. You're not necessarily the leaders in this place, but gearing up for what Aruns want to do.
Nobody has ever put Fawning in a leadership position, and that's for the best. But at the very least, he is able to like check people's gear, so I imagine that's what Fawning is doing. Just like, all right, you've got your armor on the right way. Do you have at least like a couple like knives, like a pistol or something? Just, okay, you're good. Pat on the shoulder. Next,
And as Riffraff is coming in, who you've met him, but don't know him super well at this point, I feel like you're probably helping Larkin to get geared up to go, and you all notice that your pal Riffraff comes in. And Larkin, even though you haven't necessarily officially met, we have established that you were sort of lurking around the Sept, so you would at least recognize him.
So Fawnings's helping Larkin's like, is this really the smallest size it came in? Nothing fits you better?
Well, the shadows, they're a little safer, a little more I don't want to get hit, but I'll hit for you. And yeah, no, nothing smaller. It's a snug.
It was the extra small. Okay, well maybe put like a sweater on under it, and then Riffraff comes in fawning, just because in human form, but in my head still can like sense the presence of Riffraff appearing. Just Riffraff, you're back. It's
Hi.
been a while.
He has like an unshaved like 5 o'clock shadow. He's kind of like standing there with like a half drinking coffee, like kind of disheveled.
Also, we have established, because Riffraff has one of his abilities. I can't remember the name of it now, but basically it is gifted by a skunk spirit, and it allows him
I'm
to.
stinky.
Yeah, it allows him to make noxious fumes.
Yeah.
That he probably smells not horrible, but like a little unpleasant all the time.
He always
A
has
little
like
pungent.
he always has like a slight like musk to him, like I am a dog in the wild.
Which is fair because it's true.
I
Um,
still go
chewing.
over. You still go over and be like, "You're back," and then like give you a pat on the back, enthusiastic welcome.
He gives like a half pat, and he's like, "What is going on? Why is everybody like weapons?"
We're gonna go kill people.
Oh, I mean yes, but who are we killing?
Pentex.
Okay.
We've sided with the leeches.
Mm-hmm.
They're also
Well,
going to
kind
kill
of.
some Pentex people.
That sounds like. Did you talk to Silverteeth about it as well?
As you're asking about Silverteeth, Riffraff, if you look around, you notice that Silverteeth is also gearing up, along with most, not all, but most of the elders.
I mean, what is the plan? Are we just going to like go to their power plant and blow it up?
I don't know what the plan is. They just point me at things.
Great. I'm going to
That's,
go.
the elders are to take care of that.
Really? Okay. Okay. I'm going to go talk to Silverteeth. He kind of like awkwardly turns around and starts walking towards the elders and Silverteeth.
Make sure to
And
get
Larkin-
a vest.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
Larkin,
want the
you
used
started
ones.
to say something.
Mm.
Sorry, go ahead, Hippie.
No, I'm just making a joke. You don't want to get any of the used vests.
But Larkin, you started to say something a minute ago, I believe.
Well, no. I'm just gonna stuff my shirt here a little bit more. Can't you see it? It's working.
Yep, it's working for Larkin.
I'll just go back to lurking.
How many times can we make that joke?
2 minutes.
I don't know. It's what people don't know they know about me.
So, Riffraff, you head over to Silverteeth and you see that she is talking with some of the elders as they are gearing up as well. What are you saying to her?
Hi.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah. What's going on? Why are we? What has escalated to make us want to, become an army?
Listen, Riffraff, you have this tendency to start shit and then disappear. And you did it again.
I didn't start it. It was a neutral decision.
Right, a neutral decision to further enrage Pentex by destroying the Tentacles factory. Right, yes.
He's just kind of standing there, kind of like half awake. He looks pretty rough.
She's like, do you need anything?
I guess not.
That's very reassuring.
No, but what happened to make we have been so fucked up by them before. What is changed to make it so that we want to all of a sudden all get together and jump them?
I mean, I think it's the fact that every few months something escalates the situation. That since King started making their presence as servants of the worm known, we've now seen that they have been experimenting on Farah, that they made the cyber wereshark, that they have brought in mages, that they have tried to recruit kindred to their fight. If we don't strike first, we won't have a chance. They grow more powerful by the day, and they already have the money to influence the human world. We can't fight them any other way, but on our terms.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they started it, and I'm just saying, it was not like I just randomly started pissing them off. They did start it. They threw the first stone.
You did steal their van and slash their tires.
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, either way. Now that we know, there's really no other solution that I can see unless we just all leave Detroit and try to hide. And that doesn't sound like the Guru way.
Yeah, he's kind of like rubbing a hand over his face, like, oh, and he's like, wait, what is this about the leeches that are helping us? Why are they are they helping us, or is it just trying to set us up to get killed all at once?
Well, you know, your friend Amira helped to, I guess, bring some sort of truce with them when they found out that King was trying to use them as a tool.
Yeah.
And I guess it's to everyone's benefit at this point. I don't trust them, obviously, but don't think we have any choice.
I guess so, yes. It makes sense, but doesn't mean that, you know, they're fully trustworthy, I guess.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we don't trust them. We're not going to lead the charge, so to speak. They're not going where we're going, as far as I know.
Okay, I mean, how do they play into it? Are they helping us, or did they give us a place?
Well, because there are kindred within Pentex already. Not these ones, I don't think, but they were able to get some information on different locations to hit. And we know how it went when you and some of your pack tried to hit the King HQ here. Went okay, except for, you know, the cameras and all that kind of stuff. But this has to be different.
Yeah.
But as far as I understand, we're all hitting different locations. Even the Sept will be not all together. We will be split up into different strike teams. Obviously, your pack will be on its own, just like others within the Sept. But we're all here to support each other. We do have Theurge, who will be doing their best to maintain lines between each of these attack sites, going through the Umbra in order to keep communication as open as possible. But we know electronic communication is likely monitored by Pentex. The main advantage we have is the Umbra.
Yes, of course.
Because even mages can't physically go there.
Okay, well, how exactly is we going to be divided? Is it going to be by pack? Is it going to just be by things like who can do what?
Well, obviously by pack to an extent. Not everyone from your pack will be on the attack. Some of them have to be behind. Amira is a little bit out of commission still after the incident.
What incident?
Oh, she was, dead for like a minute.
Oh,
Listen, I put you in charge, and then you disappear. This is what happens.
he sort of like guiltily looks down, like very guiltily.
And she just like smacks you upside the head and is like, Riffraff, stop it.
Don't
There's
hit
no need to
me.
beat yourself up.
No, don't
But
hit
be the
me.
leader.
That's what I mean.
Be the leader that your team needs. Your pack needs you. Be here for them.
I don't know how to be a leader.
You've done a pretty good job of it.
Oh,
Pentax
really?
things aside.
Have I? Have I really done a good job of it?
Pentax aside, which, really, it was bound to happen eventually. If it wasn't you, it would have been someone else.
Pentax aside, and John dying aside, and all these things aside.
John was a fool of an Arun. We
No,
knew that
he was brave.
he was stupid. But yes, he was brave. And the fact that he's in some kind of limbo is concerning. But that's a problem for another day.
Riffraff looks like he wants to like start eating the walls. He's like so frustrated. Okay, fine. Yes, we'll do these things.
Well, I mean, there's not really much of a choice at this point. Like, you don't have to be a part of the attack, but if you're not, I don't know what will happen. We need everyone we can.
I'm going to be there. I am. Just I don't see why. It's on me.
And as the rest of the pack can see, Riffraff went a little ways away, but it's very clear that he's being reprimanded by Silverteeth. Would any of you go over to assist in any way, or are you just gonna watch?
He literally looks like just a dog getting like scolded. Like he looks so detested.
I'm just picturing Puss in Boots whenever he makes the like giant sad eyes.
Yeah, except this like, yeah.
I think rather unhelpfully, Fawning is filling Larkin in on the situation and being like, so that's our pack leader. He hasn't really been around because he's, as Williams said, going through it. I don't really know what that means. I don't know what he's going through exactly, but he's a nice person. He just isn't around a whole lot. I'm sure he'll come over to say hi any moment now.
Sounds like it. I think we just need to be ready to support. Yeah. I'm here.
I'm sure you'll get along.
And if not, I'll just tap your. What? No, you can't do that.
And Larkin, you can't see unless you would, for some reason, have had penumbral senses up for some reason. But your internal gremlins definitely can see Jester, like running about super excitedly because chaos. And I think that they're like wanting to go to where Jester is. And Jester also hasn't seen Riffraff in a while, so I think is just like invisible to everyone, and Riffraff can't feel this, but like just absolutely climbing all over him and like pulling on Riffraff's hair, trying to get his attention, and kind of frustrated that Riffraff is not paying attention.
Someday I'll be able to share my senses.
Yeah, I think that they're probably communicating this with you, and probably like telling you to go over there. Whether you listen is up to you.
I walk over. Going through like a weird angle, hitting every shadow that I possibly can on the way in, like kind of. Hi. I see that you're in a bit of a spot.
Riffraff just like slowly turns his head. Yeah.
I may not have been out there with you, but I've heard the reports, I've heard the stories, and I know that you look after your own, or you wouldn't be here.
Oh, I try things. It's your luck, right?
No, you can't do that. Not. I apologize. Someone wants to say hello. Someone is very excited to see you that you can't see, but I'm hoping that whatever support Chester is trying to give you, that you understand how much that means to them. Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. I've not been talking much with many of the spirits around the Sept in a long time.
It's not. Yeah, they are tugging at every single one of the hairs on your head.
Oh,
I did not realize you had so many up there.
yeah, I usually bring them things and give them lots of little things, and they like it a lot. But they've not really been doing it lately, so they are probably pretty pissed off.
Riffraff, you have penumbral senses, don't you?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I couldn't remember. Would, whenever Larkin mentions Jester, would you activate your penumbral senses?
Yeah, I'll use a willpower to activate it.
Okay. As you do, you can still see the physical world, so it's not like you're blinded, but your penumbral senses are just raccoon fur. Like, you cannot see anything but
My
that
God.
until you realize that Jester can tell you can now see him, and he's just like holding either side of your head, like the hairs on either side, and just like shaking.
Can I like gently remove him from my face?
Yeah, absolutely. Which
like
looks very strange to everyone who doesn't have penumbral senses on.
I like gently remove him, like hold him under his armpits in front of me.
And you can see the very like grumpy look on his face, because obviously he wants to be held like the baby that he is.
He holds him like a baby.
And goes immediately from grumpy, like you can see the expression melt away, and his eyes are just very big and glassy and happy.
He like rummages through his pockets and pulls out like a mint, like an old grandmother, and like gives it to him.
Because he can't interact with things physically, you see that he just, raccoons are pretty intelligent, and also because he's a spirit, he's more intelligent than even your average raccoon. You see that he just like holds up a single finger, and then like runs out of your arms, and then it takes a little while. Probably, I think Fanning and William would start getting you equipped, getting you ready to go, and then you hear all of this crashing sound outside.
Oh my God.
And then a minute or so later, you see a almost feral looking raccoon come in and just grab the mint out of your hand and devour it.
He's like, let me possess this raccoon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably like, okay, so this gun, this is the safety. Don't point at anything you don't want. And then the raccoon.
Yeah, raccoon. Yeah. Riffraff, like he smiles, like he's happy to see Jester and all the little like critters.
Yeah. Jester can't communicate in like possessed raccoon form. Other than, actually, I think it's probably not the first time that he's done this. I think that he has probably, with Riffraff, developed like instead of ASL, RSL.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm very proud of that one.
Do raccoons have thumbs?
Yes.
They do. Yeah.
Oh, wild. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about. I'm not gonna pretend that I know anything about raccoons, really. Like,
Oh, they're amazing.
wild.
I kind of wish that I had made Jester a possum instead, but that's for next chapter.
Opossum, possum. Opossum.
Opossum, my possum.
Opossum, my possum.
Glad somebody got that reference. Yeah, so he's just absolutely getting in everyone's way at this point as a raccoon, eating anything that he can get his little paws on, and probably a lot of the time still yanking on Riffraff's hair.
Ow, 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 ow. That does not feel good.
Well, you shouldn't ignore it then.
I feel like he kind of chitters at you, which you can assume to be like the closest raccoons can do to laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Do raccoons like spicy things? And if not, maybe you could make your hair spicy.
I don't want to put chilies in my hair because what if it falls into my eyes?
Don't sweat.
I sweat all the I am anxious all the time. All I do is sweat.
Well, for now,
Well,
just
out of options.
Riffraff is just sweat, anxiety, and dog. That's it.
Yeah.
He's very anxiety all time.
And Hippie, what were you saying?
just give Jester the cuddles, and eventually they'll go to sleep.
It's true. Jester wants the belly rubs, obviously.
It's so furry.
Now,
So-
go to
Now that we've had our adorable little raccoon spirit, is there any other preparation that anyone would want to do?
We got guns, we got armor, we got med kits.
Grenades. Medkits.
Yeah, who's taking those?
I gave Fa Ning one because I do technically I have a point in medicine, which made sense. You
I
know,
meant the
they've gotten a lot
grenades.
of fun. Oh, the grenades? Oh, I just have 2 grenades written down, so I
Okay,
presumably
you got
have
the
at least
kitchen
2.
Okay.
I think you had 2 from last chapter still.
Yeah, so you got the 2. All right.
That's
I got Susan.
Probably fine. It's probably fine if Fonning has grenades.
And
Probably.
Not like you're
you know,
combustible,
look. I also think Fa Ning is the most likely to live if like it blew up on him on an accident, right? Like
Yeah, valid. I mean, also William has giant laser cannons, so
Yeah. Do we want to? We want to get like some trench coats. We don't look suspicious.
okay.
I
Keep
think
in
we're
mind,
going at night or something, right?
yeah. I mean, keep in mind, even though this is Detroit, it is still the middle of June.
Oh,
I don't know about for everyone else. It's hot as shit here right now, and I don't live in Detroit. I live
Yeah.
a little bit further south, but like not that far. Yeah, so I imagine it is probably pretty hot in Detroit right now as
okay.
well.
No trench coats.
You'd think that large body of water would be able to take more heat.
You would think, damn you, Gaia, not absorbing all that heat.
More me.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else we could use, like an armored vehicle, but there's no way we can get one until.
I was just gonna, can we confirm the physical location we are going to and our goal at that location? Like, is the goal like kill everyone inside, blow up a computer, all of the above?
Well,
Yeah. So I think as it is very clear that all of you have finished your preparations, it wouldn't be Silverteeth. I think that Steel Pelt comes over, and so she wheels her chair over and lays out a map in front of our pack and says, okay, so you all don't fuck this up, please. This is kind of a big one. And you notice that these blueprints laid out in front of you have the words nuclear reactor written on them.
Oh, so
You're
that's
letting
what they
Fa
feel.
Ning
They
go into a
don't.
nuclear reactor?
This is. Oh my goodness.
William has a laser gun.
Huh.
This is Elliot, by the way. Fa Ning
Yeah.
probably doesn't know what a nuclear reactor
Yeah.
is.
It actually is the Enrico Fermi nuclear generating station, which
That was
is
my next.
which is southwest of Detroit.
What kind of generator is in there? What kind of reaction do they use? What level?
Yes.
I miss Canada.
Riffraff is so concerned right now. He's like, we're all gonna die.
I am a conservationalist, and I know that spilling is not good.
It's less about the spilling. Because Pentex has already been releasing nuclear waste. It's more about like
Blowing up.
anything bad happening to it. Like anything that would cause it to destabilize and blow up, or Chernobyl, the entire city.
Wait, we're not trying to. Okay.
So why are we going here?
I think that's helping the worm if you Chernobyled all of Detroit.
Yeah.
Only for a little while.
The Vamps would take claim of it, say we cleared out the carrier there too.
I'm pretty sure that much radiation would be bad for Kindred as well. Partially because then they wouldn't really have much to feed on unless they're farmers.
All right. So we're going to a nuclear power plant. And what is our objective?
To root out all of the Pentex employees in whatever means necessary.
So we're just going to line them up against a wall and ask them their ID number?
I don't think that's the plan now.
People who try to kill us, we kill them first.
Okay. The gravity of the situation is immense. We put it somewhere around Pluto.
Maybe a little bit of
nuclear physics.
Yeah, I failed physics.
I did too, but I understand the
computer science. You nailed that one.
Well, do you want us to take over the Babylon?
I mean, I'm not
Shut
the
it
one
down?
getting orders here. I'll actually be there with you. So, like, on a personal level, please don't fuck this up. Because it also affects me and, like, all of our friends and family in this area, at least. I'm sure your dad would be fine with Raph because he doesn't live here. But still, like, I'm sure he would be sad if you died. So don't do that.
Well, I don't plan on it. It's just like, in terms of getting Pentex out of the nuclear power plant, it's difficult. They clearly have deep fingers in it.
They have to have written this sort of thing down, and you and Fawning kind of smacks Larkin in, like, the chest to, you get into records and all of those things. If we got you inside the computer somehow, could you find out who is friend and who's foe?
I mean, at the very least, could you maybe leak nefarious documents to the public, make it so that Pentex is forced out, maybe not by us, but local government?
Look, it's a closed system, so you're going to have to get me in there. I'm going to have to be able to replicate copy the files over, upload them to the internet if we can find a connection. I'm pretty sure I can keep a stable connection. Oh, disrupted communication.
Fawning puts a hand on your shoulders like, yes or no?
Yes.
Bully!
that.
But also, I should be able to shut down the nuclear reactor in case anything should happen. Takes about a second.
Really?
I just need to have control of it. Well, yeah. Didn't you read about what happened in Chernobyl? They needed to find a way to off. No. Bad.
You should just have a giant
So I
switch.
need more words.
No. The words are fine. It's.
Oh, actually,
It's hunting
yeah,
wild beasts.
I forgot to mention. So Woody, whenever Riffraff was penumbral sensing, you definitely saw that there were two spirits inside of Larkin,
Mm-hmm.
in addition to like Larkin's own presence in the Umbra.
Okay.
So I think Riffraff would have put together like why he seems to be talking to himself.
Mm-hmm. Do they seem like nefarious spirits or?
Well, I should correct myself. It's not two spirits; it's one spirit with two heads.
Was it like a person? Was it a beast?
Larkin, do you want to re-describe your gremlin?
Yeah, this two-headed gremlin is a little bit furry, a little bit like got a like shawl on like a babushka. One of the two faces is like long, elongated, and a little bit more sinister looking. And the other one is very like round and pleasant and a little plumper looking. They seem to be constantly bickering with each other and also hitting Larkin on the head with a stick
Oh
Just-
my god!
24/7.
Yeah.
Riffraff is kind of like his penumbral senses is still kind of going, so it's kind of just like looking like, is he okay? Blink twice if you need help.
Larkin always blinks twice.
Yeah, he's always like, help.
The like Morse
Okay.
code SOS in your blinks.
All right. I mean, at the very least, if we can get something disrupted, if we can gain access to important documents or even like things that can be used as blackmail, I mean, I think that it's much smarter to maybe play the long game of getting them kicked out rather than going in there and like killing anyone who we think may be Pentax. Is that agreeable?
Fawning will kind of hold up his hands, which have like the fire gauntlets, whatever we're gonna start calling them, like equipped. And Fawning's like, but if we do run into anyone who tries to kill us, we can kill
We
them
will
back.
kill them. Yes, we will kill them. We're not going to be completely pacifist. If somebody tries to kill us, we will take them down.
Okay.
Could we maybe take them down before they see us?
I mean, if it looks like they very much will try to kill us if they see us, then yes. But we just want to be careful that we're not taking just some random person there just trying to collect a paycheck.
I guess so.
Fawning
Long
proceeds
play,
to kill
long play.
everyone. Is like they looked shifty. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely what's about to happen.
Yeah,
I mean, can we just pull a fire alarm and everybody just clear out?
we could pull like an alarm of like it's going to blow up, everything will blow up, and then everyone will leave.
I
That
don't
then
will
we
think
also bring the authorities.
Yeah, but then you will also bring the authorities in, which is the problem.
Also, I mean, from what little I know of Chernobyl, I don't think everyone just leaves. I think there's like people designated to stay to make sure that it doesn't do the Chernobyl thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the theory, but when it actually happens, do those people
Sure.
actually stay?
That's true. That's true.
I've watched 5 episodes of The Simpsons. I think I know how it
That's just
which is a
William.
lie. I have never watched The Simpsons.
Oh, I thought that was just like William in character because
It was. The William's seen 5 episodes. He's been on an airplane before.
amazing.
You're right though. We could set up an alarm that triggers local security to lock down certain areas. Might make it more difficult to get in, but I can get past that.
I mean, it would be if
Which
Like-
reactor are we going after?
is it just one or is it multiple?
The Enrico Fermi.
There's
Oh,
a
oh,
third
there's
one
the
being
two.
built.
Yeah, because there's the two. Yeah. I mean, that part is less specific because it is all of it. Like it's the whole.
Importantly,
essentially.
do not swim in the water.
Yes.
Yeah, that's valid.
We want to keep our.
I kind of want to know what it would be like to have a third hand, but not that way.
Nope.
It's too much, too dangerous.
I was gonna say something and I lost it. It was related. Oh yeah, no, I got it. I remembered. So you all would know from your recent attack from Pentec's first teams that they kept away the local authorities intentionally. So it's possible that if the Pentex employees, I guess, have enough control over this reactor that should anything happen to trigger an alarm, it would call in probably first teams or at least some kind of like Pentex techs, which is harder to
we
say.
also know what uniforms Pentex people have. So at
Pentex
least,
first teams, or at least
if they're walking around
the
with
Garo
that.
hunters.
Could do we know any of their other safe houses that we could hit, steal some identities?
Ooh. I mean, when they broke into the water treatment plant and fought the were shark, they had a couple of them had stolen some Pentex like IDs and lab coats and things. So I think those are still around.
What if we could figure out who their first team in is, become them, trigger the alarm, we show up, and we have access in?
You definitely have the Garo Hunter patches that were taken, and probably would have taken some of their just like outfits in general. Because like whenever Silverteeth and the rest of the rescue team came in, they could have easily stripped them, and yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing to do.
Funding will ask, very genuinely, just so why what are we worried about? We can just go in and force our way in. It'll take time for their security to respond, and I haven't met a bullet that could kill me yet.
Because this is not enough. Just another sweater.
Well, you wouldn't be going in, and Funding kind of is just like you're behind. You lurk. That's your thing.
Because if we go in like guns blazing, we don't want to set off immediate alarms and give them a chance to get up forces to get us.
I suppose we can sneak in and then start fighting when they notice that we're there.
That could also work. I mean, if we might, I think the what's what I'm looking for? I think the goal is to not get caught as very quickly. It's to get I don't know. Not to get caught.
If we wanted to root them out, all we need to do is set off something that only they would respond to. If, say, there was a werewolf-looking humanoid snooping around, average employees would be evacuated. Pentex would send their own.
A distraction.
More or less. Or can debate.
I have been told that I can be very distracting.
Yes.
Because you're so pretty.
We're all
That too.
quite pretty.
It's true. We do have a very pretty pack at this point.
Pretty pack and stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you can't include like a advantage that's literally just beautiful and not expect me to take it. Like,
To be fair, you could have taken the stunning option, which was an even better one. But,
There's another dock though.
yeah.
But what if we tried that? Try to lure out Pentex's teams.
That could work.
Go
Yes.
in, yeah, have someone go in like Glabro form, right? Not full Kranos, but
Avoid the cameras, but get seen by someone.
yeah,
Mhm.
fairly wolfy.
That could work. I think a distraction would be very useful.
That's one distraction. How about another? Simultaneous distractions.
second distraction.
Just as the yeah. As that plan is going down and things are going well, on the far side of the facility, we launch some sort of vehicle off of a ramp into a gate or into the water and pull more attention over that way.
We do have his gun, and I point at William, the big one that destroyed like 4 train cars. I think that could probably get through quite a few doors. Probably better than a car.
Hmm.
We're
That
running
would
out of
be
cars to
quite
destroy as
distraction.
well. We're
I just
kinda running
wanted to
out of
keep it on
cars.
brand. Vehicles
Yeah.
and on.
We have something to do with like destroying automobiles.
It
Yeah,
is Motor
it is-
City.
I was
a bit
particularly
frustrating.
fond of the RV.
Oh, the poor RV.
Yeah,
I
It was
liked the RV, and then it was blown up.
it was very Breaking Bad minus the meth.
Yeah, it was very nice. It's like Breaking Bad, but instead of making meth, we were just shot at.
We don't even have
Okay.
meth.
No, we didn't have meth. We just, like it was all
that
the
even work on
breaking and no, it was all the bad. There was no breaking anything.
There's
It
no.
was-
Well, there was a lot of breaking and some bad.
there's-
What were you saying, Hippie?
Does meth even work on werewolves? We regenerate.
Theoretically, yes, because
Are they
We're about to
funny?
find out.
yeah. Well, so okay. To kind of go on a tangent here, like Kindred cannot ingest like drugs or alcohol normally because they can't ingest human food and drink. But if they were to feed on someone who was under the influence, then they take that effect. I know because my character who
Yeah.
showed up as an NPC likes to feed on people who are intoxicated because they were a big stoner in life, and so now they're like, I want to get high, but I'm dead. Like you do. So I think that it would probably have a reduced effect. So it would almost be like someone who has ADHD taking Adderall. It would just calm down the werewolves. Is my thought. Help them focus a little bit.
The
Well,
Google
now-
study I just read seems to agree with you.
Well, now I want a cocaine werewolf.
Oh, I loved that
Jazzed
movie.
up.
You did
You
the
know, that
opposite.
movie was great.
I do have the Cocaine Werebear TTRPG. I just haven't run it yet. I need to.
So fun.
Please
So fun.
do.
Highly recommend.
But back to thought. Do we try the distraction to try and learn of Pentex, or do we just siege the building and wait for Pentex to come by?
I think on a meta level here, I think like the 2 distractions sounds like a good idea. Especially because, yeah, like Fawning absolutely would be down to just be like by himself causing chaos.
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah, real stunner. there.
Yeah, I think Riffraff is leaning more towards a distraction. Something to
Alright.
draw attention while they start doing hacky stuff.
Well, I mean, we have agreed on at least one distraction, but are we doing second distraction is the question.
11 C's.
Exactly.
Afternoon tea, supper.
We'll just have the rat folk just drive a van through something and then just transform and just run out.
That's a good point. They were very helpful in destroying the brewery, so yeah, we could definitely do that.
Have the rat folk do the van.
Yeah, Riffraff definitely thinks the Ratfolk could be useful in terms of creating a second distraction. Like first distraction to get us like halfway through the power plant. Second distraction to keep everyone distracted. Also to give funding time to like get out of danger before he gets too surrounded by
Distractionception.
Yeah.
I want you to know I had a thought of like the code for fawning to leave is someone blows like a dog whistle so that he can hear it, you know? So he
No.
knows to get out, but like no one else can really hear it.
Yeah. Which probably I'm assuming would like help to confirm Fawnings's thoughts that he may have originally been a dog or a wolf. Yeah. I'm
if
here
we
for
could
it.
hack the PA
Fawning is
system,
a werehuman.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Riffraff basically is. Because he was born a wolf and then became human one day.
Mm-hmm.
how much of an urge do you have to say Magenta, Colombia?
So I didn't even think about the association for a while until Ed pointed it out. Or I think it was Ed. It may have been somebody else. Yeah, it was just one of those moments where I was like, oh, yep, no, I should have picked up on that. No, I was too busy having fun with werewolves to think about Rocky Horror for several episodes. But now,
Oh,
yes,
let's do the Garu again.
exactly.
So we got
All right.
Fawning
Two distractions. We go up the middle. Rat folk.
Rat folk with the van. Charge it. We get inside, and Pentex will definitely be there.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. If that's our plan, I think that we can make our way to the power plant,
Mm-hmm.
which is a little bit of a drive for all of you. So, Funning is the first distraction. What is everybody else doing while he is making his way downtown to the power plant?
Making my way downtown.
I was going to give Fawning cover with my rifle. Not super far away, but like enough that I won't be seen while Fawning is glabroing through the fields.
I just immediately went to the Tiny Tim song, Tiptoe Through the Tulips, but
My mind went there too.
yeah, but Glabro Through the Tulips. This is a very ADHD episode.
This is a horror game.
This is a horror game.
Listen,
It's about to be a horror game. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, it's going to get bad.
I've been off
It's going to
my
get bloody real soon,
meds for,
folks.
like, yeah, I've been off my ADHD meds for like a week and a half ish, so it's fine. I'm doing great. Everything's fantastic.
I'm so sorry. I feel
It's how it goes sometimes. So if the ADHD is a little bit strong, that's why. So yeah, William, you're giving cover. What about Larkin and Riffraff?
Riffraff is definitely going to be with Larkin going to the, I guess, like the hub computer where they have to get to for him to hack in.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of hurry up and wait. Let the distractions begin and then find our way through.
Yeah, Riffraff can also like help scout ahead because Riffraff is very sneaky.
That's true.
Last thing before we go, I will say that I think Fawning genuinely would turn down like a headset or any sort of communication device, but I think that William and someone in the Larkin Riffraff party should have one.
Oh yeah,
And I think William and Fawning can independently have determined some way for William to basically signal to Fawning to get the fuck out of there, right?
I think
Yeah.
the signal is William starts shooting
Okay.
because you will
Just
not
about.
miss them.
Yeah.
Like even though maybe you're like half a mile away, you still go a little bit deaf part, like for a minute.
Okay.
All right.
If a shot from me comes near you, that's to tell you to scatter.
Yeah.
If a shot comes in, it doesn't go through someone else's skull. That's the actually leave warning, not just we're fighting warning.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. All right. So you all have made your way to the power plant. I assume probably ditched the vehicle, at least, temporarily, somewhat a ways, and made your way on foot. Fanning, what kind of distraction are you going to provide? You did say like potentially Glabro, but like what specifically are you going to do, and what abilities would you like to use, both attribute and skill, ideally?
So in my head, okay. In my head, I've decided I've never been to this nuclear power point or power plant in my life, right?
Right.
But I've decided that there's like an employee entrance and then the general like tour group, other people visiting for some reason entrance. I don't know if that's the case. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Because if there's only one entrance,
I mean, we'll say there's probably more than one. I mean,
right? Okay, so I will. Yeah, I will go to whatever entrance Lurkin and Riffraff are not trying to enter.
That makes sense. I feel like they would probably
yeah.
go for the employee entrance.
So, basically, a few blocks away, I do want to go. I do want to go Glabro form.
Mhm.
Before I do that, I'm gonna do my Howl at the Moon and Moonrild, which will put me at 4 points of rage. I'm just gonna
Perfect.
jack it all the way up.
Yeah, and go ahead and give me that single rage check.
So I roll 1 die though. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Okay, so you don't lose any rage, which is fine. Everything's fine. Just
Yeah.
don't gain any.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll be funny if I do. Funny to me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I'm basically I want it to be where the majority of like my clothes and gear have sort of merged into myself, right? Or otherwise
I
not dangling.
I
Is
will
that possible?
I will say because there is a Ragabash ability that lets you hide stuff basically on your body in a tattoo. So it's like a almost a bag of holding, but not quite as big. Um, I would say that it wouldn't be something that would last forever, but I think that with your whole sept being, in on this and helping, that probably between like some of the Ragabash and Theurges, that they could give you a temporary tattoo essentially to let you store like weapons and stuff. So what kind of temporary tattoo would Fanning have?
Probably on kind of their lower arm. It honestly is probably just a wolf. Like, but very traditional Americana style,
Right.
right?
Right.
Just on there. Not going for subtle here at all.
Yeah.
Except I want the grenades to both still be accessible on like a belt, like almost Rambo style, but it's just 2 grenades.
but have like a flashlight or something so it looks like you've got other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the door here, and first, I'm polite. I'm gonna try the handle.
It's definitely locked.
Okay.
Glad, bro.
I'm glad, bro. And I am going to try it, and then this is gonna be really funny if it works. I'm gonna try pulling it off. Just the
Amazing.
door off its hinges.
Yeah. Give me a strength and athletics roll.
And I'm very much not trying to avoid any cameras or anything like that. So,
Right.
okay. Strength.
What'd you say, hippie?
Don't forget your Glabro boost.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, okay. So that's okay. Let's start here. Sorry, remind me what a success is again. Is it
6 and above?
Oh, sorry. On the die it is 6 and above. Okay, so that's okay.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was Aetherius in the werewolf one shot that he was in who ripped a door off. So it's just
amazing. I love
yeah,
that.
it's just great that he was like, "Hey, I've got this friend I want to connect you with. What do?
We're both ripping doors off. Okay. So that is 4 successes. Yeah, I rolled 4 above a 6. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a fairly heavy metal door. I think that you initially rip the handle off and you're like, oh shit. And then just like stick your hand through and just rip the rest of the door off.
I'm gonna rip it off, hold it like above my head, and then I want to spot a camera and throw it at the camera.
Yes. That's amazing. I love that.
That is so powerful. I love you.
Immediately, all of you, because even though Larkin and Riffraff are not going to be like right there, and William is a little ways away as well, kind of on his own, all of you hear alarms start blaring. So, Larkin and Riffraff, what are you doing?
I think the main thing that Riffraff is going to do first is he is going to start scouting like the best possible route ahead to I guess the closest I guess just like in general just like the closest like computer that Larkin could use or device that seems like he could use just so that has like a path scouted that's going to be safe for when he brings Larkin with him.
Yeah. So first give me Dex and Stealth.
Okay.
And then I will want a Wits and Awareness roll, please.
You fool, I have 5 3. It's 4. Oh my god, it's so many dices. Okay. So I got 2 10s. So that's
oh shit. 4 6s, yeah.
5 6 7 8 9 successes.
Holy
I only failed on 2 dice.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, what a way to come back.
Yeah. Hi all.
Yeah, you are like, for all intents and purposes, nearly invisible.
I'm a ghost.
You're like the Predator. Like if somebody's looking really closely, they're like, "There's somebody there," but it's just Riffraff, just the stinky boy.
So
and yeah, what about your Wits and Awareness?
I will do that. Sorry, I'm just trying to grab more dice because I realize I don't have enough. But Wits is 3, and then Awareness. I'm blind.
That's not helpful here.
Wits, and I'm trying to find my Awareness. 3. Okay.
Yeah, second from the top on the right.
1 2 3 4 successes.
Damn. Okay. And because you had a phenomenal stealth roll, I'm going to let you kind of spread the love between these 2 checks.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, you absolutely are able to I think somebody comes out for a smoke break from the employee entrance, and you see that the door is still somewhat open, like it's swinging shut, and you can just put your foot in the door to keep it from shutting, and you slip right in there, and then pretty quickly you find probably that same person's computer station. It is a very dark, kind of like the stereotypical computer nerd kind of thing, where it's like very dark, but there's just enough light to see kind of what you're doing. There's like pipes and things all around. It's kind of a cramped little room, and then there's a hallway that leads further down, but the door to that hallway is shut. You can just kind of like see through the little window, but it's got the it's the kind of window that has a little chicken wire mesh in it.
Is it possible for me to like close the door behind me so that poor guy's locked out, and then like find a way back to Larkin, like through the building?
Ooh.
Like kind of like do it so that that guy's locked out, and then I'm able to like kind of like go through, grab Larkin, and bring him back.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be riskier, but you can.
Because I feel like I feel like either way is risky, because it's either have to like knock this poor guy out,
or you could just kill him.
I could. Does he look like a Pentax? I don't know.
You didn't take the time to look really, but
how morally corrupt is this random?
Yeah, how morally corrupt does this guy
like? Does he have like a Nazi pride flag on him or something? Like, can we like go onto his phone, look at his like recent contacts, be like?
No.
You know what? I think as you're like looking around, you do see that he's got his phone, and because you have dealt with them, at least in the first chapter, a little bit more extensively, you see that his background is the Geru glyph for the Gate of Fenris, but it also has like a swastika over it. So
Subtle.
This dude.
Subtle.
Yeah.
Subtle. Yeah. I'll just like I guess I won't let the door close, but like after I've like kind of slipped in behind him, I guess I'll I don't know. How should I take him out?
Well, you do have your clave that you haven't really used a whole lot.
That's true. Yeah, I'll just like stab him in the back with the clave.
I mean, at this point, you have stealth extremely well, so you could kill him just about any way you want.
Yeah, I like sneak kill him, like full on Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah.
I just like
So
cover
like come
his
up and like slit his throat.
Yeah, like cover his mouth with my hand and like just like cut his throat, and then like drag his body into the room to hide it.
Ooh.
Stuff him in a box, like.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, go in now like Splinter Cell or Metal Gear Solid style.
Yeah. And then when
Nothing personal, kid.
I love Maggie's suggestion from the chat, just being like nothing personal, kid, as you
Nothing
murder this
personal,
dude. Except it is very personal because
it is very personal. He's a Yahtzee, so he gets to die.
Exactly. Larkin, I feel like Larkin, as you're kind of waiting for Riffraff, you might peer around the building a little bit, like waiting to see like what's going on, and then you just see Riffraff like slit this dude's throat and then pull him back in, which I think is a pretty clear signal that it's probably clear.
Yeah, literally 2 seconds later, he kind of peeks his head out and does like a little wave, like "Hi."
Just blood.
I was gonna say there's no blood.
All right, then I guess I'm up.
Yeah, he's like, "Come on, like, get in here."
Back to the planet.
And with that, we're gonna cut over to William. William, you see your friend Fanning rip this door off, and then I guess, are you going inside, Fanning, or are you causing chaos outside?
So what he wants to do is he might go in like a little bit, and if there's like a immediate room or area in there to make chaos, we'll do that. Otherwise, he doesn't want people to go into the building looking for him because he wants the building to be free for Larkin and Riffraff.
Okay, so I think probably the best way to do that would be to attack people's cars in the parking lot, because it would set off then the car alarms, and it would, in addition, like they're obviously going to come investigate this alarm in the first place, see this door missing, but then if they see someone like, I don't know, biting their tires to deflate them or something, or smashing their windows, they're definitely coming out.
I will say about it, the door's not missing. It's just not where it should be. It's just a little relocated.
It's jammed into the wall.
It's the wall. It's not missing though. It's right there. Yeah.
No
So
longer a door. Now modern art.
yeah. In that case, then I think he's gonna do that kind of classic like roof of one car, jump onto the next car, jump onto
Oh my
leapfrogging.
god, you're Hulk in the first Avengers.
Yeah, property damage.
Amazing. The superheroes the city needed, but didn't want.
I see someone with like a thin blue line flag, and I just smash all their windows, and I try to like grab their CDs in their car and like break those, you know?
Oh,
Like,
it's not just the thin blue line, it's the Punisher thin blue line.
oh, they don't even understand the Punisher. Like, come on, like,
Rip up
Yeah.
all their upholstery and shit.
yeah.
I laugh so hard at those every time I see them.
It's just
Storm.
Yeah.
That's what William is seeing through like the scope of his
It's
gun,
like you like
too.
targeting cars, like kill.
And so, William, as you are, I'm assuming, probably laying in the grass, if a little bit,
We're
you know,
at a nice vantage point.
yeah. We'll say that there's like a relatively small hill. Yeah, absolutely, Maggie. They do have Kid Rock CDs because Kid Rock's from Detroit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so many Kid Rock CDs being destroyed right now, but not like shattering them, just like scratch the shit out of them so they think it still works.
Oh, they skip.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
That's the worst. That brought back so many painful memories.
Thank goodness for streaming music.
Or like you scratch it so it always skips over your favorite song.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah, R.I.P. I think we just all aged ourselves as well.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so you see Fanning causing all of this destruction, and you see several people like come out through the ripped off door, and they start to go out. They see Fanning, and then you see that they all just like walk back inside very nonchalantly, and you can see that they're like, with your scope, you can see that they're discussing something, and then
They're discussing
push
if they're paid
one
enough for
person.
this shit.
Well, they push one person out there who does not have the same like lab coats and stuff. It looks like they're probably new.
Uh-oh.
Like maybe it's even their
Is this
first
poor
day. They don't-
intern?
Oh no.
Like it's like a college intern? Like
Yeah, like this person does not have the uniform yet because it's their first day or something.
Oh.
They're like sending him out as like, all
To
right,
die.
initiate.
Change is nothing. Change is nothing.
There is one Prius, and so funny.
Kill
So
It's a
funny.
Prius,
You
it
see,
squashes like cardboard.
no, so as you're out there smashing these vehicles, you do see that there is this absolutely terrified little nerdy man who comes out and is just like, sir, can you not do that?
You just like fucking like rip his head off.
He just thinks you're a pissed off furry.
I know.
Well, because
I am Glabro. No,
because
yeah.
Glabro is like,
Love furry.
well, because Glabro is like the universal Wolfman, where like you're not that
Yeah.
wolf-like yet.
Yeah. I just need to shave really bad. Like
Exactly.
Oh, is Fanning about to kill an intern?
I mean,
I
I
think
think
what
I
is
think you
oh
would-
yeah.
I think you would even still be able to clock that this person, even though you haven't seen the other employees, does not look like what you would expect.
Mhm.
So, in addition to looking terrified, like looks like they probably don't fit in, does not have any kind of like logo on their clothes for the plant. There's no like uniform, anything like that. So I think even Fanning, who is more pretty than smart, would be like, something's not quite right here.
Yeah. In that case, can I turn towards this poor individual and I just want to let out like the loudest like growl, roar, intimidating noise of your choice, because I don't know what noises Glabro can really make because I'm not quite a wolf yet, you know.
Oh, you can still
like-
fully talk, like yeah.
But I don't want to
you
talk.
Can, right. Yeah, I think you can make enough of a wolf-ish noise.
Howlish, you know.
Yeah.
Like when we're Chronos, we can get 1 or 2 words.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think with that, like you can see that immediately there is a dark spot on his khakis.
oh,
And then you also see that he's like fumbling in his pockets, runs like as far away from you as possible, but like runs to his Prius and starts sleeping.
I'll let him
Just-
leave. Like that's fine.
just let him go.
Yeah,
Just let the
no.
poor man go.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna go
but-
back to the thin blue line car and start ripping up the tree.
And you can see that there is like a small group of these people at the door that you ripped off, who seem to be like kind of peeking out, but not quite brave enough to come after you.
they're like this is an
Can
average
I-
day in Detroit.
Can I do a thing where like I'm gonna start like charging at them, but I don't want to actually touch them yet, you know? Like so I'm gonna commit and like get to the door and start like snapping at them, but not actually like hit them yet. I
Yeah.
want to see if they move away or if they are like holding their ground.
Or you could just throw a car at them.
But it's just the physical motion being able to run up to them, you know.
Yeah. That's valid. Yeah, no, you start to run up at them and they immediately run away.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want them like crowding, but you know, like
But also with
they
them
can
running back
cower and
in.
cower. That's true. Yeah, well, they can cower. Like if they're cowering in one location, that's
Oh
fine.
no, they seem to be running deeper into the plant.
Ah, okay,
Which
okay.
which is definitely the opposite of what I know you were saying you wanted to go for. So.
But Fonding is committed. Fonding is just kind of like, they don't. I'm sure Larkin will be fine. He's got some ill-fitting body armor. Even Larkin can beat up some scientists. Like it's nerd on nerd violence, you know? Like it's
Yeah.
equal opportunity like violence.
The nerd rage. I'm just picturing, because I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4. There's the nerd rage perk where you're just like hulked out, but in a vault suit.
Just the opposite.
Yep.
Like instead of like taking the glasses off, he just puts them on. He's like,
Yeah, puts the pocket protector in.
Ugh.
yes.
Yeah, so William, you're watching all of this go down. And
Enjoying it.
yeah, oh, absolutely. And I imagine you would be looking for other threats as well.
Mhm.
You see from the other reactor, there's clearly a security team on the way. In probably like, not exactly a golf cart, I forget what they're called, but like a slightly, I think they're UTVs, like the slightly bigger ATVs. They can
Okay.
hold several different people.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like a slightly souped up golf cart.
Illegal.
Souped up golf cart.
It's not exactly.
Uh,
It's nicer.
They
Than
like
that.
try to drift it, and
Can I-
if it rolls over.
Can I run
Listen,
an
I've-
assessment on them? Like, are they
Oh.
coming over with 9mm? They coming over with fully auto?
You can't. Well, you do have essentially a sniper rifle. You can't tell whether they are automatic or not, but they look like your typical assault rifle.
Do they look like first responders or just
I would say since you do
not
have
first
a
responders?
pretty
I keep
decent.
saying that wrong.
I know what you mean. First teams. Yeah, they're not paramedics. They're still not firefighters for some reason. Yeah, you do see the Pentex first teams. It does not have the wolf. It just has the first teams patch on.
Alright.
So these don't seem like they're people who were sent here specifically for you.
Okay. We should give Funding a signal about this, but I'll just keep my bead on them, and if they start getting too close, I'll start having my own fun.
Well, so I will say that you're watching them, right? And then you can hear Fawning's a little bit preoccupied, also is like slightly inside of the building currently. Riff Raff and Larkin, even though you don't know where they are, we meta over the table know that they are inside. So no one else would really hear or be able to see easily. But you see where those first teams people came out, that there's also you see a door fly off and you hear a crash.
Put my
And
scope on
smoke starts to billow out.
Taking a better look at that.
And as you are watching, you see what looks very similar in some ways to a Krynos-Geru.
Oh no,
But it
it's
is
another
a wolf.
mutation.
It's not a wolf. This looks like every myth you have ever heard of the Minotaur.
Oh!
Yes! Oh,
Which-
Fawning's gonna have a great day.
Oh,
Which
what a
if-
wonderful day!
If Amira was here, she could tell you that this is a were-ox, otherwise known as an apis or an auroch. They're thought to be extinct, according to like the official lore. So yeah, this is something that theoretically no one has seen in like tens of thousands of years.
Okay. Does it look like it have any cyber on it?
Not cyber, but it definitely has a very large metallic object on its shoulder that is currently covered up by some kind of tarp.
Oh.
You can see just
Okay.
like the glint of metal.
Okay, I'm gonna get on the radio with Larkin and Riff Raff. It's like, so there's a Minotaur coming, and I think it has a Doom King.
You're supposed to keep this channel clear for emergencies only.
It's coming to Fawning.
This is an emergency. Okay.
Wait, it's real?
Larkin,
I don't bullshit.
Larkin, do you think you could do tippy tappy on the computer and I can go help them?
You deal with the bullshit. I'll deal with the computers.
Yes. Okay. And then he's gonna like run out the door that he had like previously gotten into from, and then like start going towards where
Start.
Yeah, the Nazi murder.
start
Yeah,
going towards them.
Yeah, so making your way back the way you came, you see, probably, I think at that point, Fawning would be likely coming back out. So you would see Fawning, who probably looks pretty freaking happy because he's just been on a destruction spree, smashing vehicles, making people piss themselves, even though they were probably innocent and it's totally fine. He didn't kill them, so
He can
it's
get
important.
workers' comp, you know, like
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure this counts as a workplace hazard, and that you can file that. If you get injured on the job, file workers' comp, people. That's what it's there for. If your employer
Yeah.
doesn't have workers' insurance, that's illegal in most states.
Days
Depending on the
without
size of your
injury,
employer.
0.
Yeah.
Emotional damage probably counts in this circumstance for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Speaking of
If
damage,
nothing else, the power plant needs to give some kind of like employee assistance program where he gets free therapy for a little while because it's necessary.
Yeah, he's going
Yeah, absolutely. So you see just absolute destruction has been wrought while you've been killing Nazis and playing with computers inside. And then both of you can hear these commando type people. They're starting to spread out. They were initially in a very tight group, and they start to spread out. And behind them, you can hear the loud clomping of hooves.
Can Riffraff try to start a distraction from like the military dude? So at the very least, if the Minotaur starts attacking Funning, and Funning also does not have to freaking deal with these stupid military guys too.
Sure. I will say, does William want to do anything? Because you haven't really gotten to do anything.
Yes. I would love to use Fatal Flaw on the Minotaur.
Remind me the details of that, because it's been a minute. I know that's what we used against the Wereshark,
It's
but
my Intel Glory versus their Composure Subterfuge.
okay.
Upon a
Let's
success, I learn how to deal one way of aggravated damage against the subject.
Okay.
And if there is no way that's adjacent, I get 1 die bonus damage.
Perfect. And you said what in Subterfuge for them?
Composure Subterfuge.
Okay.
And I roll 6 dice.
They got 1 success. Actually, they got 1 success, but a crit fail.
I got 5 successes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. That will definitely beat them. So you can do some aggravated damage, but keep in mind, because you are just using regular ammunition, that they can still heal. It's just going to be a little bit harder because of the aggravated.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and roll your attack, and they're going to roll their defense because they can't currently attack back.
Double checking all of the dice.
They got 4 successes. Actually, I need to give them more because they are in their war form.
War form. Oh goodness.
Just so you know, they critted.
Uh-oh.
So they got 7 successes.
Oh. I only got 5.
Okay. So in this circumstance, typically with like range combat or with melee combat, if the defender could choose not to attack back, but typically they're going to want to attack back. But because this time they are just trying to not get hit, essentially, you see that it's not that they don't get hit. It's more like they flex and the bullet hits them and does not penetrate.
Whoa.
That's terrifying to think about. I just need you know how terrifying that is as a mental. That's like some JoJo like
Yeah.
my pecs are too powerful. Like, oh yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah,
great.
we're fighting Duke Nukem, but he's extra beefy.
Well, with that, so it would somewhat give away your position. You know, I think you're not super intentionally stealthy here. Just, you know, you were more in a position to watch than to be hidden. And so they are going to pull this tarp off. And you now can see that this is a very large minigun
Oh boy.
that you can see starts to spin. And Funding and Riffraff being much closer, you can hear this whining sound, followed very closely by automatic weapon fire. And especially William, being a very firearms savvy person, you can see that there are tracer rounds mixed in because you can see like the phosphorus, so they can more easily tell where their bullets are going.
Right, and I was prone, so
So
I'm a little harder to hit.
You are, but you see that in front of you, maybe 50 feet, the ground starts almost exploding with these bullets, and it starts to walk towards you. The bullets do. So they're getting closer progressively.
All right, can I like
Run?
I was going to say back up.
You can, but they're not gonna slowly progress forever.
Okay, then. Yeah, no, I'm just going to get on the radio. It's like it sees me, and I'm going to retreat and try to get a new position on it. And
Okay.
I would like to go. I would like to go Glabro because I can see his gun as Glabro, correct?
What was that?
I can see use my gun as a Glabro, right?
Yeah, because you're still mostly human.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. So you tactically retreat. Go ahead and give me your single rage check.
It is a 9.
Fantastic. You do not lose any rage. So, Funning and Riffraff, before we cut back to Larkin, you absolutely see that this were-bull starts opening fire on where you would know William to have been last. You wouldn't necessarily be able to tell what's going on with William, just that there is automatic weapons fire. Larkin, at this point, you can hear at least a muffled bit of gunfire because it's very loud. This is not a quiet gun by any means. And I'm going to give Riffraff the opportunity, since you were trying to distract those soldiers before we cut over. What are you doing to distract?
I think. How many soldiers are there?
We'll say 6.
6. I think I would turn into Krynos. So I have to make a 2 rage checks, right?
2 rage checks, yep.
Is it just rolling 2 dice?
Yep.
I got 1 failure.
Okay, so you do lose a point of rage, which means that you're still at 1. You have not howled today, so you can still do that.
Okay. I'll howl, and then I'm gonna pick up a car and throw it at the group. Fucking John style. Raw! The Prius!
The Prius.
He left. He's okay.
No, don't do the Prius. We want something with gas in it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You do.
Don't throw the glorified Tinker toy.
So you still have, at this point, 2 points of rage because you lost 1 and then regained 1.
Yeah.
Or you don't have Moonlight, do you?
I think I do, yeah.
Where you gain an extra point?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you would be at 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me strength and athletics.
Okay.
Bunning, I can only imagine that you're extremely proud at this point.
There he is. That's the pack leader back.
Yeah.
Okay. Would this count as like a physical check?
It would, so you get 4 bonus dice because you're in Granite.
It was strength and what else?
Athletics.
Strength and athletics. Okay. Fight the dice full, lads. Fight the dice full. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Decent. Yeah. And you're just throwing it at these soldiers?
Yeah, like at the group of soldiers.
Perfect. Yeah, it absolutely hits them. They have spread out, so let's see. I'm gonna roll to see how many you hit.
Max roll.
You hit 2 of them. And I mean, you're throwing a car at humans, so they're dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a little, you know what, like, yeah.
A little not alive anymore.
Yeah,
a little squished.
Like this freaking car just comes like flying, just like crashes in them.
And I actually, you know what?
Pancake Club.
I'm still gonna keep it at 2. But I think because I like this mental image more, you hit 1 with the car, but it's still rolling, and it takes out another one.
Cool. Keep rolling. Play the radio.
Except Limp Bizkit is almost as bad as Kid Rock.
That's why we blew it up.
Fantastic. Larkin, what are you doing?
I'm doing what I do
As-
best.
As you hear
Seeing
like,
that
crashing sounds outside and howling.
I know there's a larger threat on the board, but I want to take care of some of the small, unfortunate threats in one fell swoop.
Absolutely.
I am going to hack their system and set their comms on emergency test mode at maximum volume. Assuming they probably have like an earpiece in, so it's just gonna blow
Right.
out their eardrum.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and give me intelligence and technology.
And because it's hacking a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just the you know when like your phone goes off for an Amber Alert? That's kind of what I'm picturing now, like a
Exactly.
beep, beep, beep.
Or like the radio, like this is only a test, but it's that
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Crit plus 2 successes is 6.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So William would be probably too far away to really hear this, but Funning and Riffraff, it's loud enough. You can hear this shrill sound as all of these soldiers start to
Ouchie.
clutch at their ears and like rip out their earpiece.
Ooh.
And you can also hear like people inside, obviously like groaning in pain because they would also have some kind of communications.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
River's like, oh yeah.
that is fantastic because you
Yeah.
have now disrupted their communications.
For now.
Yeah.
And yeah, just lock it into a repeating pattern so that every time someone tries to shut off the test mode, it kicks it back into test mode.
I feel like, and you can say no to this, it's your thing, but I feel like it would be funny if you went from like test mode to every like couple minutes it goes to shares I believe in life after love or whatever it's called.
Walk in this.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah. What's the
amazing.
Indian joke? What's new, pussycat?
Oh no.
You have a loop. You have a loop of those 3 songs and then the
And
test.
then a Rick roll to top it all off.
Oh, that's even
Amazing.
better. Yeah.
Oh,
So like
You know
once
that
they're like
they took that off YouTube?
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
too many links.
Yeah. Let me go test that real quick.
shit.
They did do a new one though.
Fantastic.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yay, murder!
Yay.
Absolute murder.
So, Larkin, is there anything else that you would be doing with the tech side of things, or would you be going to assist your pack?
I got to finish my job here, and I'm going to keep digging for files. I'm going to dig for any pertinent information that I can relay about this thing.
Ooh, absolutely. Yeah, and I won't even make you roll again with 6 successes, especially, having that crit in there. You are able to find full employee roster for this location. So both of these plants. You do find a lot of like redacted data talking about you see that they're using the like code name, clearly a very coded name, Cowboy, for this. It's very subtle. But otherwise, you don't find a lot of like specifics. It seems like most things are pretty redacted.
With my expertise, is it not possible to get rid of this redaction or find the root file?
That one I will have you roll again.
Four successes.
Okay. You do a lot of digging, and you do find a little bit more information, not a ton. You find out that it was not forced into this, like it was not a human who was made into a were creature. It was already that way, and it was captured. You find things that are similar. Like you probably would have been involved in the like the debrief from the previous the Rokia attack. So I think you would know that it has similar like cybernetics implanted into it, and because you worked on the laser cannon, you would know that it would have similar psychic connection to its weapon. You also find something about Project Moon. All you find is something, you see the word Bastet, and you see a lot of like redacted, but there's also something about it being skinned.
I'll open comms to Riffraff and relay this information. Look out! This is Project Cowboy, and it's not its first rodeo.
You just hear like Raph is in his like Krynos phone, so you swarm, so you just hear like growling and like howling.
Watch out! It's got some sort of psychic connection to its parts. You need to disrupt it.
You just hear like a whimper. He's like, seriously?
Good luck from cyberspace. Bye.
It just like disappears.
Amazing. All right, William, you have tactically retreated. You didn't run in fear. It was a tactical retreat. What are you doing now?
How far away is this thing from me?
It's quite a ways.
Far
I
enough.
mean, you were using your sniper scope, so like it's decently far.
All right. I'm going to try and find some sort of cover and then see if I can plink at this thing again. Just keep that damage piling up.
Yeah, so I think you would know enough to know, like the common sniper tactic is to fire and then move to another position because otherwise you're exposed. So yeah, you could definitely get a shot before you would have to move again.
All right, I will do that then.
Go for it.
All right.
And because it doesn't know exactly where you are, but it has a fairly decent idea, and it's going to try to resist.
Can fawning do anything to distract the Minotaur? By which I mean,
Probably.
can I attack it?
An attack would be resolved after this.
Okay,
but
I'll wait
you
then.
definitely can. You definitely can.
2.
2 successes?
Yep.
Okay.
Everything else is a 5.
That's funny because I got several 5s and several 4s, and I also got 2 successes. But because you are the attacker, and especially because it is not like attacking back, you're still going to do some damage. So
Yeah.
I think we said that your gun is +3, right?
It was plus more 1 than most guns.
Okay, then +4. But because you are just regular attacking, this is only going to do.
Superficial.
Thank you. I every time struggle with remembering which is which. But yeah, that is going to do 2 superficial damage.
Oof.
Yeah, because damage
Drawing
is
is fire.
Yeah, absolutely. That is true.
And yeah, I will move to a new position.
Okay. Yeah, and it
Oh,
immediately like
Can I move closer to it?
yes, you definitely can. You'll have less cover, but we'll resolve that later. Yeah, so Riffraff and Fawning. Whoever wants to go first, we'll still resolve them roughly at the same time, but it's a little bit more loose on the initiative.
Fawning can go.
Okay. And Fawning has seen, Riffraff is attacking like the normal dudes and stuff, and also like I think there's just part of Fawning that is always going to be like, who's the biggest person besides me on this battlefield, sort of a deal. So I have 2 grenades. I
You
would
sure
like
do.
to throw these 2 grenades, obviously pull the pins and everything. I would like to throw these
Right.
2 grenades at the Minotaur.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and give me strength and firearms.
And firearms, and then this is still a physical test, right? Because I'm
It is.
throwing something.
It
Okay,
is.
so okay. Let's see. Strength. Okay, it's 2. 3
Okay.
successes. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. So with this, I didn't think ahead to look up the grenade rules. So I'm just gonna wing it because it sounds more fun to me anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it would have quite as much option to dodge because like, especially if you like wait a second before you throw them, then it's gonna give him a lot less time to like dodge. And fragmentation grenades are still gonna throw like bits and pieces of metal. So, this isn't exactly like the movies where you can just jump out of the way of a grenade. We're trying for a little bit of like physics. I don't know. Yeah. So that is gonna do a pretty good amount of damage, especially because there is fire involved. So, I'm gonna say that's gonna do 4 aggravated.
And then after throwing them, and ears are probably a little fucked up for this creature, but Fawning's not everything. But Fawning is going to straight up point and just be like, pick on someone your own size.
And Fawning is like, I think you said almost 7 foot, right?
6'3", so
okay.
tall,
Yeah, that's
but
almost 7 foot. That's fine.
on his dating profile, on his like grinder.
Is on his grinder? Is he 6'9"?
The other 6
Martin makes
inches
it
are
6'9".
not any.
Amazing. Yeah. So this Were Aurochs definitely feels this explosion. It does not seem to be horribly injured, though. Like you can tell it hurt, but it seems to be pretty solid still. You can also tell, even though it's still, we'll say like 60 feet away, it is like 12 feet tall.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, and yeah, Fawning is partially also just like mentally a little bit of him is like, please stop shooting at William. Please stop shooting at William.
Right.
Like just a little bit. Most of this
Yeah.
is self-centered, but yeah, cool.
Yeah. And Riffraff, what are you doing?
He's probably gonna pick up another car.
I was gonna say there are more cars still.
Yeah, he picks up another car and throws it at the group of soldiers.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me another strength and athletics.
More cars.
Oops, all car throws.
It's raining cars. Hallelujah. Jesus. I rolled 4 6s.
Okay.
And
That's
then 2 7s.
Amazing.
Today was the day of 6 and 7, I guess.
Today is the day that you want all of the successes. So it's a good thing.
Today's the day that my dice is actually nice to me for once in my life. Usually it's the other way around.
So I'll just throw more terrifying things at you and it'll be fine.
Please.
If people for charity want to like make this harder for us,
it's true. That is very true.
Or help us in some way,
Please, you guys can make it a little bit harder for us.
Yeah, this has been too easy so far. No one's like dead, so
Yeah. No
We
one's
can
dead.
change that. I mean,
Donate
Funding
to
is about to start
charity and kill us.
wrestling. Yeah, Funding's about to start wrestling with a 12-foot Auroch. So like,
I mean, I could put back on the now kiss, because that could happen.
We can kiss the Aurochs. I leave the computer immediately.
crack ship
Yep.
fawning and this Auroch like.
Bruh.
And also Larkin.
I saw them second.
It's the polycule of the
I was
pack.
gonna say, how's Larkin feel about like multiple hand holding right now? Because
One with two.
Amazing. Yeah. So at this point, William, you have fired at this, and you are fully expecting. And there are a few shots that are lobbed in your direction, but you notice that the fire stops pretty quickly. And Fa Ning, how would you respond as you start getting shot at? Would you try to dodge or would you try to attack?
I'm still in Glabros form, so I think
Mhm.
dodge. One of the cars that hasn't been picked up and thrown, perhaps. With the understanding that like this is, bullets will still go through cars, but it's still better than just standing here,
Oh, absolutely. It'll slow them down slightly.
Oh, are
Yeah.
they frozen?
What?
Oh, no, they're fine. I thought the camera froze.
Oh.
Probably, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, it'll slow down the bullets, so that's the important thing. Yeah, go ahead and give me, I'm going to say dexterity and athletics here.
I was about to ask, while Elliot is rolling, how many people did my car hit?
Oh, I forgot to tell you that. It hit 3, and the one remaining gets gored by this Aurochs.
Oh, no.
So, Fa Ning, you see that there is a first team's soldier now bleeding on this were cow as the
Dangling.
gun, yeah, as the gun
Amazing.
starts to spool back up.
That is
Quick
utterly
question.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Do I also roll the 2 dice bonus for my Glabro? Like, is this
Yes.
physical enough? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that case, 5 successes.
Okay. Oh my god. I got 3 9s and 2 5s, so also 5 successes.
Okay.
You're the
I'll take
defender.
it, though. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, absolutely. So that would be 2 superficial damage. So I mean, pretty negligible.
Okay.
And don't forget,
I'm trying to write this down. My
you're
pen's out of ink. Sorry.
fine. Don't forget that you can regenerate on your turn. So you just have to make a rage check. Yeah, Larkin. Now that you have found out some information, and you know that your pack is in trouble, what are you doing?
If I have the information, then it's time to get out there and try and help somehow.
Absolutely.
Before I leave, I'll hit the shutdown protocol so that it dumps everything into the coolant pool, so that there's no more reaction going on. But also, the coolant pool is now going to be superheated as fresh radioactive materials have been in those rods or ejected at the bottom of the pool. So now we've just got like a big boiling pool of grossness if we need it.
For reasons.
For reasons, we might need to melt something. We might need to melt ourselves.
Or
Better
melt
dead than captured.
Yeah. Or melt your horrible cow boyfriend.
Can I
That's
run
that's
out there, assess the situation, jump in the like hotwire a car so that it can like crash into this thing?
I would say it's far enough that you could do the running and the assessing part. The next bit would be on your next turn.
I will also say I think Fawning fucked up these cars enough. I don't know how quickly you're gonna get any of them running.
Yeah.
Not a car. What about the utility? The
UTV?
vehicle. Did that get thrown?
It would be a lot further. Also, it would not do much damage.
Okay.
It's much smaller and lighter than a car.
Because I don't know how much my little pistol's gonna do anything. Glock action, big.
I mean,
Well, there's the humans.
You definitely would have. Well, the humans are all dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I will double tap a human, sure, if you want.
Actually, the one who is gored is probably screaming in pain and not dead because
I'll leave
was
that alone.
gored through the midsection.
That's fine. That'll take care of itself.
Eventually, it'll take a while.
Just put like a little like shh, it's fine blanket over the top. No.
Over the top of the bull's head.
Yeah, no.
Hey,
damn,
Larkin
red
would be
blanket.
carried by Fawning to reach that. Like,
Okay, I'll begin the plan to implement the revving of a vehicle and letting it drive directly into this thing.
So, as much as I love that plan, I think you get out there and you are starting to assess the situation, and you're like, these vehicles are all fucked. Like Fawning did a little too good.
They are really okay. Okay, then here comes the Glock shot. Then,
well, I would say that all of you probably would have had the option of taking some kind of like assault rifle. Because you all were being outfitted. So,
sure. How about a shotgun?
Yeah, you're a little too far for that, but
that's fine. I will get in. I'll start to make progress.
Yeah. Riffraff, did you start to say something?
Oh, I'm muted. I'm muted, waiting patiently and listening.
Okay.
Panic. There's no shadows here. It's all out in the open. There's nowhere to hide. There's no cars. The people are dead or dying. And my pack's engaged with this massive 12-foot. What the actual heck?
So, Larkin, because you have come around, you are not quite close enough to engage with any of this combat. You are, though, and William, because you are off sniping, able to see a figure start to emerge from the door that Fawning had previously ripped off. Uh-oh. And just before they do, this door that has been embedded in the wall of this power plant just comes crashing down dramatically. And they do not slow. And Larkin, because you are the closest to them, you see someone who looks like, initially you think they're just wearing like a really tacky cheetah print shirt, but then you realize that they have a full like cheetah head as well. It looks like they have skinned a very large cat, and it looks like they are wearing it. You can see that they have like the paws even are over their hands, and it looks like they are mid-transformation. So you see this, and then as they are stepping out into the sun, you see that their face starts to become more cat-like itself, like the cheetah head is merging with them.
This sucked.
New bogey coming in. Bastet skin bullshit.
Riffraff is kind of just like looking away after he like threw that car and sees like this fucking cheetah. He's like, God damn it.
Oh, you kind of cut out there at the end.
God damn it.
There you go.
Yeah. So I would say, I think Fawning, it would be your go.
Me or William?
It's
William.
That's true. Yeah, let's do William first.
Okay. So
down.
I was able to move a little closer.
Yeah, you did move closer.
What's my range on this thing?
Which one?
The big bull.
Okay. We'll say that you're maybe like 300 feet.
300 feet.
Yes.
Okay. That's good, because I know Susan was 300 yards.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going to whip out Susan.
Amazing.
See if I can melt this thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me dexterity and firearms.
Five successes.
Okay. Oh shit. It got a double crit fail.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Actually, you know what? Because in Werewolf 5th edition, there aren't really rules for the other Farah. They talk about like that they exist and whatnot, but they don't really give a lot of information. I'm going to give them the same as you all have for the Rage Dice, which means they have a triple crit fail because they had 5 1s and a 2. So, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's real bad. So, William, you actually, where do you want to hit it?
Center mass.
Okay, that was kind of what I was thinking, but then I was like, no, I need to give him the option.
Oh yeah. It's a chance I can collect his head. I want it, but I want to do center mass.
Again, they transform back to human whenever they die.
Just be precautious. This thing's never existed for a few thousand years.
That's valid. That's valid. Yeah, you hit it center mass, and it does a massive amount of damage. It does not look like it is doing well, but it is still standing. So you have absolutely just like, you can see its exposed heart and lungs.
Holy shit.
And you can see that it is starting to slowly heal. But you all slowly heal as well. So, you know, it's not that unusual.
But there's now a big boss weak point you can aim for.
I'd say Fawn Eggs next, right? We decided.
Absolutely.
Like organic General Grievous.
No, like a carnival game. Just get that softball pitch right in the center.
Amazing. But it's also like glued down, so you know, doesn't do anything. Go for it.
With the grenade.
So how much would that hurt? Because your organs don't have nerve
Oh.
endings.
But your chest has nerve endings as it's blown open. So, Funning, what are you doing?
Am I close enough to close the distance between us?
Oh, absolutely.
I want to go up and I want to like Indiana Jones heart ripped out, you know.
Oh my god.
Do you
like,
yell Kalima whenever you do?
I don't know if Fawnings watched the Indiana Jones movies. Has anyone just showed him? Because like
it really depends on how old he is. Which
well,
also
no, because he
depends on
doesn't
whether
remember.
Well,
he
yeah,
doesn't
that's
remember?
the thing. Like it would also depend on whether he was a wolf or if he was born a human. 'cause
Right.
That would make a big difference. So yeah, probably has not seen it, I would imagine.
But out of sheer coincidence, you yelled at just ironically.
Or William yells it from 300 feet away. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me strength plus brawl, please.
Okay, so holy shit. Okay, so that was so it's 2 10s on my rage die.
Nice.
Ooh.
It doesn't do anything special.
Okay, I don't know. It just is like
it
it's
does
just 2
for Hammer
10s.
Die and vampires, but yeah.
Oh, okay. That's and
Yeah.
then brawl.
Still, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then 3 more successes on top of that, and then
So
another success.
8. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I rolled a really well.
Okay, so it got 6 successes, so you do beat it. And because it is grievously injured, to use that word and also make that pun, you absolutely rip its heart out. What do you do when you do?
I think Fawning starts eating it. I'll be
Amazing.
really honest with you right now. I think pulls out, looks at it, and then just
Yeah. Just goes full on Red Dawn.
Larkin has a bit of a
love that
Toreador
so
moment.
much.
Yeah, Toreador moment is just stunned by the sheer incredible beauty that is happening.
Also, it's probably huge, right? For a 12-foot tall creature.
I'm
The size
gonna
of a
just.
melon.
I was just gonna ballpark and say it's like the size of a basketball.
Probably though, right?
It has to
Yeah.
be for a creature that size.
Yeah. So Fawning like has it like impaled on like his claws, is like eating it, you know, like
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like it's like a really large bonbon because it's a heart. You know, it's gonna be a little bit tough, but like once you crack it open, it's hollow on the inside. So probably just like gush. It's like almost
his face
almost
is
like
just
distracting with the elevator
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fawning is now drenched in ox blood.
I wore red today on purpose. I didn't think it'd be like this, but you know.
Amazing. Riffraff. You have now clocked that there is another opponent, as you were warned. So you can probably see or hear Fawning celebrating. Because I can only imagine that he's going to howl.
So loud. I think Riffraff will turn his attention to like the cheetah. And he's gonna, I guess, run over to it and he's gonna attack it.
Absolutely. Assuming physically?
Yeah. He's gonna bite it.
Amazing. Yeah, go ahead and give me that strength plus brawl.
Okay. Strength and then brawl.
I will tell you now, it got a crit, so it's got 5 successes.
Oh, that's cheating. I'm just kidding. Wait.
That's
It's cheating.
God damn it.
It's cheating.
Double liberty.
Mm-hmm.
I also got 5.
Okay. You are the attacker, and we've already said that, yeah, it means that you are going to be the one who is successful here. So it's not going to do a lot because you are tied on this, but you are going to do 1 aggravated damage.
Yeah, he like takes a big bite out of its shoulder.
Amazing. All right. With that, Larkin, what are you doing?
Trying to regain a little bit of my senses after what just happened. That was a massive win for the whole team, but also, yep. There's a cheetah transformation happening. Am I close enough for this shotgun?
Yes.
And is there any danger to Riffraff if I try to shoot?
Yes.
Hate that so much.
Because
I
it's a
throw the
shotgun,
aside.
and he just charged up. So yeah.
And I will transform now into the
Okay.
skinniest little werewolf you've ever seen.
Are you going Krynos?
I'm gonna go Krynos. Yes.
The rest of us become like hulked out like monsters, and then Larkin's kind of like the starved werewolf they use in like animal PSA videos of like, for just pennies a day, you can feed this starving animal.
Instead of PETA, it's WETA.
Werewolf. Yeah.
Just like lanky Larkin coming in, like here we go.
Lanky Larkin.
2 successes on my rage dice.
Okay, so you don't lose any rage. That is fantastic. And yeah, are you attacking with your claws or your teeth?
Can I try to create an opening? Like, is there like what's the equivalent of a help action here?
I mean, you could, but I think that I think it'd be more beneficial if you were to attack.
Very well. I will move in and just try like an uppercut claw situation.
Okay. Go ahead and give me strength and brawl. Ooh, and let's see. So that is only going to be 1 success because there's a crit fail here, so it's going to cancel some stuff out.
Wait, before I roll, does this count as physical tests?
It does. Yep. So you get a 4 die bonus.
All the things. Cool. 2, 3. Oh, 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah. That does beat her 1 success. And you were attacking with claws, so that would do 2 superficial damage. Fantastic.
Just my cheat sheet says like while I'm in this form I get +3 claw damage. What does that like? Does that apply here, or is that something special?
Well, so how it works is because she got 1 success.
Yep.
But you got 3. Hold on. I can math. That would be 3 superficial damage. I can math because it's halved whenever you're doing damage.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. I understand now. Cool.
But that's still more than I thought that it was. So thank you for helping me to math good.
No worries. I come from like vampire and hunter, so I'm like, what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I need help.
That's okay. It's okay. And because she's not happy, she is going to attack back at Larkin. Yeah. So Larkin, would you be like trying to physically brawl with her or trying to dodge?
Dodge. Always a dodge.
Okay.
Please get me out of here.
So give me Dex.
He's like, never mind.
Dex and athletics, please.
Cool. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
We'll see if you
maybe
got 5
no. 2 successes.
Okay. So you are gonna take as much as you gave. 3 superficial. But again, you can regenerate. You just have to let me know that you're doing it.
We give Larkin a star that says you tried.
He participated, you know. He got his claws dirty. That's all that counts. That's what matters.
Exactly.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Except for her. All right. William, I believe we're back to you.
All right. I'm going to try and move closer towards the fight.
Okay.
And I'm not going to use Susan because there's too many allies in the way.
That's good. I'm glad you thought of that because I was like, this is going to be bad.
I'm going to use the fatback.
All right.
Yeah. So draw my big rifle on its sling, and I will fire while running.
Ooh, so if you're firing while running, I'm going to give you a 2 dice penalty.
Oh. Should I reroll or just take off 2 dice?
We'll just take off 2 dice.
All right, the first 2 or the last 2?
Let's do the last 2.
Okay. That leaves me at 6 successes.
Jesus. Okay. She got 2 successes to try to dodge, which there's not a lot of dodging that can be done whenever you got 2 werewolves on you, which
William's a good shot.
Now that I say that out loud, it sounds like a really bad
in a fight, right?
In a fight, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fighting. That's the F word. So you said 6 successes, so 8. So that is 4 superficial damage, which is not insignificant. Which neither was the 3 that was already done.
Yeah.
Especially for Larkin not being a super combat-oriented Garu. 3 is pretty good.
It's going to stack up.
Absolutely. All right. And you all see that she heals a little bit. But again, that is to be expected. That's just what happens with changing breeds. So, William, after you would be Fanning. Now that you have engorged yourself with...
Yeah. With heart meat. Tasty. Just to confirm, quick look, no one else is approaching or
Right.
a threat. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna
there is a threat, but
yeah, the threat is down there getting beaten
Yeah.
up. I'm gonna go help beat up this person. I discard the heart or toss it to the side,
right.
and I'm going to go and try to use the wrist explosives, whatever we're calling my charges.
Yes.
I have 5 uses of them, and I'm gonna try using that to just put it down.
Absolutely. So for this one, it's going to be strength and melee.
Okay. Let's start. 1, 2, 3. Oh god, I'm rolling. Yep. 7
Damn.
successes.
She got 5, but she also got a crit fail. So yeah, that's gonna do quite a bit. Shit, and that's aggravated damage because it's fire.
My notes say that it's a chemical delivery system that I shoot and explode.
Absolutely. So that's going to do 3, but it is aggravated, and she does not look like she has a whole lot left in her at this point.
Oh, could it be down to Larkin to kill it, or will Riffraff seal the deal?
Well, also, there is this thing called subduing that none of you have heard of. Think it's from Europe, possibly.
It's a really big word. Fanning doesn't do big word.
Yeah, that's valid. So, Riffraff, you see as Fanning comes up and punches this cheetah woman and sets her on fire temporarily. And she looks like she is in very, very rough shape.
Yeah. I think what Riffraff wants to try to do is like do a WWE finisher where he just knocks her out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he'll use his claws to do that instead of biting her.
I am going to give you a 2 die penalty for that, just because you are going to be trying not to kill.
So.
She got 3 successes.
Oh, Jesus, I dropped the dice. It's okay. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that's still more. And because you are actively trying not to kill, I mean, how do you want to knock her out?
Just like, is she like by a wall?
Ish, yeah.
Just kind of like grab her by the shoulders, spin her around, and knock her head on the wall. Donk.
Yeah. I even like the idea because she's pretty injured of you just like grabbing, because I mean she's in her version of Krynos, so she's hairy, just like grabbing her by the hair and like hitting her head, like not even turning her around, just like beat her head against the wall. And again, we've established concussions are fine. You just get another one and they cancel each other out.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
2
how that works.
concussions.
We have super healing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm sure she'll be fine with her double concussion.
And I'm trying to remember. I don't think that you've actually seen this person in any way that is like easily identifiable, other than you might have seen because she was the speaker at the conference that Alyssa's character, wow, I'm blanking on the name, Juniper, was at. So you might have seen her a little bit, Riffraff. She looks very injured, very bloodied, so not quite easily able to tell immediately. But as she shifts back, you see that this is like the skin has not been tanned. The inside of it is like bloody and relatively fresh looking even. And you eventually are able to put together that this is Janelle King, not the CEO, probably like the COO, but the wife of the CEO of King Breweries. And we have said that she, in all but title, leads the company.
We're taking her with us.
Yeah, Riffraff is just gonna kind of like throw her over his shoulder. He's like, "We're kidnapping this bitch. We're taking her to the Sept."
And Krynos just.
Yeah.
I mean, since you all would be taking willpower damage, staying in Krynos and not hurting stuff, I think you all would shift back. But she has shifted back as well. And I don't know that any of you... Well, actually, Larkin, do you have any occult points? I don't remember.
Occult? Ooh, yes, one.
Okay. Give me an intelligence and occult roll, please. It's a long shot, but you know.
Wait. I mean, that's a crit and a success.
Jesus. Okay.
On the rage dice?
Perfect. I love that. Also, I don't know if you all could hear that, but thunder just boomed, so not ominous at all, like in real life.
I'm actually surprised my internet didn't go out because we're supposed to get a pretty bad storm tonight. So
yeah, there were a couple of times I kind of figured because you got a little robotic, but like not horrible. Yeah, Larkin, you have definitely heard of the term stolen moon, which is someone who was not chosen by Gaia, who found a way. There's a variety of different ways that they could have done this. In this case, you're pretty sure because of the skin that she had to have killed essentially the Bastet version of a lupus Bastet. So someone who was born a large cat and then was able to transform and skinned them. And that is somehow, through that and probably some kind of mage interference, was able to transform. But taking the skin, you're pretty confident that she would not be able to transform again.
Relaying this information, do we want to keep this? Or can I toss it in the pool?
The skin?
Maybe the elders should do with it.
Yeah, Riffraff is gonna like this lady still over. She'll be like, "Yeah, well, let's take her and the skin back to the Sept."
Shall we travel to the Umbra?
Well, I tried. I know you wanted to see what happened.
I think William has a good point, though. I don't remember if anyone has the right of shadow passage. You might not.
Oh. Oops.
Riffraff,
The
do you
rat
have
folk?
What right do I need to have?
the right of shadow passage?
To go through the Umbra?
Uh-huh.
Didn't we say I was gonna give up my
We did.
current right
We
for that
did.
one?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
I just
So-
forgot to write it down, so I don't have it written how to do it. I just need
You did-
some help with that.
You didn't write down the right?
Yeah, I didn't write down the right because I'm dumb.
No, you're
It's
not.
okay.
Be nice to
You
me.
Also,
regret it a lot.
before we leave here, Fawning is going to go over to the Minotaur and look at William and be like, "Do you want this gun too?"
Yes. Another trophy.
Um, with a combination of we have so many sharp objects and stuff. I just imagine we cut it. Is it like how is it attached to the shoulder?
So, unlike the Wereshark, where it was a little bit more physically attached, it wasn't replacing, but it was like still like implanted almost with like wires connecting. This one, it does have wires and things connecting, but it was a little bit more loosely attached, just because it'd be kind of difficult for them to walk around in like human form, which the others might have informed Fawning, whether he was listening or remembers, that
Yeah.
they kind of force these experimental creatures to stay in their Krynos form against their will. But yeah, this one seems like it's not quite as solidly attached, so you're able to pretty easily remove it. And because it is based heavily on real guns that exist and not a sci-fi laser cannon, it is much easier for William to be able to make adjustments to this and now have a minigun. So William has 3 very large guns.
But before we take it with us, I'll ask Larkin if he can scan for bugs, just in case.
I mean, it takes very little to figure out it is just a gun.
Okay. Then yes, it is a new trophy.
You know the character Jinx from League of Legends who has like 3 guns and they all like one of them's huge
Yeah.
rocket. That's just William. William every day is getting closer to that like vibe.
Amazing. So you all make your way back to the Sept.
Mhm.
Once you're there, you see that it has gone from fairly pristine almost to there are now dozens of injured. There are also several body bags. So not everyone made it through this in one piece. And eventually you are able to find Silverteeth, who looks pretty rough, pretty severely injured, but is still able to move enough. You see that she has a cast on one leg
Mhm.
and that she is using crutches. But as you relate what you saw, she does take the skin and says that they will dispose of it in a respectful way.
Yeah, and then he kind of like, and then Riffraff kind of like pats the back of the unconscious woman over his shoulder and goes, "We also have this for questioning and probably killing."
Well, Riffraff, you finally did it. All of my trust in you finally paid off.
Oh, he kind of like weakly smiles.
He's not crying. It's fine.
He's not
We
crying,
made it
but
out with
he
no injury.
unfortunately looks like he doesn't like completely believe in himself still, but he's flattered.
And Bambi just like shoulder checks him and is like, Jesus, Riffraff, come on.
What?
You just did a big thing.
No,
Be proud of yourself.
no, we all did something big. Was not just me.
Yeah, but you led the pack. They couldn't have done that without you. Yes, they're all great in their own way, but they needed a strong leader.
He looks over to see Larkin like nodding very happily, and he's like, he just kind of smiles and shrugs. He's like, okay, I think they would be doing very good anyways. But thank
Yes.
you.
But they're better than the sum of their parts because of you and your teamwork.
He like nods.
Synergy.
He's like, I want to like believe you. I'm trying really hard.
Poor Riff Raff. So, with that, you now have Janelle King to question. Is there anything we want to do before we wrap this chapter?
Ooh, we don't get to question her this chapter. We have to question her next
course
chapter. I think Riff Raff is just gonna like, I guess, help prepare. Like he's gonna like hand Janelle King off to get basically like imprisoned in the Sept, and he's probably gonna just like in the meantime while they're waiting for her to wake up and like are preparing what they want to do with her and like question her over, he probably is helping with like recovery of people and like helping with bodies and stuff like that, just like helping in general, just giving a hand out.
I mean, since we have established that Riff Raff is a good Catholic boy, I feel like he's probably especially helpful with like burying the dead.
Yeah, he can help with that, and like even if like he's like he doesn't like force Catholic burials on them, but it's just like a idea of like this is how we can like kind of respectfully lay them to rest, and like he has a way with like saying a few words and things like that. Like he has a way with words and things like that. So he definitely kind of like I think morally kind of eases some of the stress.
Yeah, and since you're not a Theurge, you're not a Galliard, you don't have like as much necessarily of like the Geru religion. You were still born a wolf, so some of that stuff is just part of being a wolf. It's not necessarily anything that the humans have created. It is just stuff that naturally comes to wolves. There is, obviously more that humans have kind of expanded on, and especially through like exploring the Umbra. But yeah, I think you know enough of like Geru rites that you're able to assist. And I think Amira is probably assisting quite a bit with that as well, because she's a lot more knowledgeable on that side of things. What about Fanning?
I think in a similar but not quite the same exact vein, Fawning goes into lupus form, and for people who are either close to passing or their condition is maybe a bit unknown, will go and just be kind of like a physical like reassuring presence,
Yeah.
just emotional support dog energy, but is also able to like if like a actual medic is like, hey, can you grab something, like Fawning is able to go get like some supplies depending on the supply.
That's
right
adorable, though. Like
yeah
this wolf just going and grabbing the first aid kit.
yeah
I love that. Sam, what about Larkin?
First thing Larkin does is put out a request for a commission of a wolf tearing out an aurochs heart. And just like plasters like that all over like this like beautiful like intricate drawing in as many platforms as possible, while setting up and making good on his word to strategically leak this information at the appropriate time, creating shadow accounts, making credible sources on the dark web, so that when it launches, it's just backed up by a bunch of different accounts and spread as far as it can.
Absolutely. I love
and
that.
then play some League of Legends.
Larkin tries to teach Riffraff how to play League of Legends, and Riffraff is like, he can barely even like use the keyboard.
just be in the jungle. It's
I can't
fine.
stop spinning. I can't stop spinning. Fireball, fireball, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
First ability, second ability. No, basic attack.
right click.
Absolutely. Dungeon Raider's absolutely roasting you for playing League and not Final Fantasy 14. And what about William?
Oh, so many things William could be doing. I think I'm gonna go with William's going to keep up on his TikTok parade. Try to rock this success. See if he gets another point of fame or something.
Yeah.
Just, lambasting things that are anti-Gyru under the pretenses of it just being bad for the environment.
Absolutely. Remind me, did you have performance, or what was your other skill that we used? Leadership. Okay. Yeah, give me a charisma leadership roll, and I will give you our last roll of the chapter.
That is 7 dice.
Awesome.
That is 5 successes.
Nice.
Damn.
Today was
Yeah.
a very good rolling day.
It was. For
We
me
needed
too,
it.
sometimes. Except for
Mhm.
those crit fails.
Except for like the 4 crit fails, like negative
It was
10.
only 3. It was only 3.
Okay. It was
But
only
still,
3.
that's still ridiculous.
Mhm.
William, what kind of TikTok do you make? Because it is definitely going viral.
Ooh. You know what? I'm going to go documentarian on this, and it's going to be clips of me walking around Detroit showing the more beautiful sides of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then me showing the sides that Penn Tech has control of, quote unquote, that are just run down, rotted, disgusting, and just
Absolutely.
showing the beauty of the world that it can be without Penn Tech.
Absolutely. Definitely make note of this because I will forget if you don't. But go ahead and give yourself that last dot of fame
Ooh,
as you go from nationally famous to globally famous.
yay! Please stop biting me, cat. Ow.
Your cat wants to be globally famous now.
Yes, she does.
Fantastic. So, I think that is a wonderful way to end this chapter. Thank you all so much. I have had such a great time. Sam, I'm so glad you were able to play tonight as well. I was a little concerned. I know you were too, that it might not happen, but I'm very glad we all got to play together. And hopefully we can make the next chapter happen at some point, but I don't know when because I'm starting grad school relatively soon, and I don't know what my life's going to
Hey,
be.
grad school.
Yeah.
Grad
I know
school,
that
woo!
tends to consume people's lives, so we'll see how much free time I have in the fall, but I would love to do another chapter of this, and that'll probably be the last chapter of Detroit by Moonlight, just because we can only go for so long, but Riffraff will live on. Woody,
Yeah, he'll
as was
live on.
mentioned in the chat, you've already had Riffraff show up in your Monster Hearts game, where I attempted to romance Riffraff unsuccessfully. But it's fine because I dated Santa Claus. So
Yeah, it's fine. You've romanced Santa Claus, which was I think an even bigger feat than romancing Riffraff, honestly.
it's true. It's true. And before we head out, why don't we go around and just one more time say who we are, where we can find, and Hippie, do you want to start us off on that?
All right. I am Gaming Hippie on Twitter, and I am True Hippie on Twitch. You can sometimes find me around those. I'm trying to get better about that. But if I could also take a minute to talk about Badger.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, the Crit Awards are still going out, and Aurelia, aka Dog from Detroit by Moonlight, is one of the nominees for, and I want to double check so I get the pronunciation correctly, because I am terrible at this, for innovations in TTRPG spaces. Aurelia is doing this for, Aurelia is posting their accessibility homebrew items, which they've worked very hard on in order to bring more inclusivity to TTRPGs, not just D&D, but Pathfinder as well. So please, if you can, give them a vote. There's a link in the doobly-doo.
Absolutely.
Definitely be better if it was Badger instead of Dog and that. But hey, thank you so much.
Well, it has both in there. And then I also linked Badger's Linktree because they also have a Ko-Fi where you can go support them. And you should definitely do it. They have all kinds of amazing TTRPG accessibility items and other stuff that, I mean, deserves to be supported. So please go vote for them and help support them however you can. Sam, do you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah, hi, I'm Sam from People Masters. You may have seen me on such shows as Yes Strati, where we play with an all-queer cast and the queerest Strahd you could possibly imagine as we torment each other and be very gay. It's a lot of fun. But we're on hiatus until next week, so it's been nice to be over here telling stories with y'all. I really appreciate you having me in the space with you. Such a fantastic crew of people here, and I'm very proud to have been here. I should also mention, I forgot at the top of the show, but I'll do it right now, that I am streaming to you from the traditional and unceded territories of the Musqueam Nation. It is a privilege and pleasure to work, play, and create on these beautiful lands. And I encourage you to do more education for yourselves by going to native-land.ca and finding more out about the traditional territories that you're on. And it's international, so no matter where you are in the world, you can find out about the indigenous people there.
I was actually thinking about that, and if you didn't bring it up, I was going to say something.
Amazing.
Elliot.
Hi, yeah, I'm Elliot, also known as JoJo. You can find me at Elliot Tabletop on Twitter and Blue Sky. And thanks for having me on this. This has been great. I haven't played Werewolf the Apocalypse before, so I'm glad that I was able to show up and bring Fawning to rip hearts out of people's chests.
Yes, I am so glad that we were able to play together, and I hope, whether it's more Werewolf or other games, I hope that we continue to play together, because I definitely enjoy playing with you.
Yes, same. This is fantastic. This is a great table. Everyone's been awesome, so yeah.
Well, thank you. All right, and last but not least, Woody.
Hi, I'm kind of hard to find because I'm not really doing much anything on social media yet. But honestly, if you want to find me, I have run and played a lot of games with Vectair as well. So Monster Hearts. I forget the grandmother game that I ran.
Oh, Brindlewood Bay.
Brindlewood Way, yeah, and
Yeah.
I've played in quite a few games here and there. So I'm trying to set up like an actual more like Twitch streaming stuff, but it's not really ready yet. So I'll just say keep an eye out for me in more games for Factor and Hand Potting. You should find me around.
I was going to say, I'm going to keep bullying you to be in more of my games because I love playing games with you as well.
You have to just bully the heck out of me. Summer is such like a seasonal depression time for me, so I just go in a cave. So you really have to like poke me and get me out of here.
That's fair. That's fair. We do need to do more of our masks game at some point. So,
yes,
got to have some more queer superheroes. I wanted to make that happen this month. It didn't work out with schedules. So, yeah. And as always, I'm Rick. This is my shit. That's why we're here. I stole that from Affy from the Vectair. It was just too perfect. Yeah, and so again, we have been raising money for a month and a half, which is wild to think about, for the Trans Empowerment Project, and we love them very much. They need all the support that they can get. And actually, the chat bot just automatically put that in the chat for me, so that's perfect timing.
Good job, Nightbot.
Right? Thanks, Nightbot. All right. We will see you all soon. Bye.
bye.
Bye.